Hey everyone, so I just wanted to go over with a video about the research paper rubric, just in case there are any questions to try to kind of help you out. And I'm going to show you as I'm doing some things so that you see why it says what it does, those kind of things. So I call this the yes test. This is a basic requirement. So if you do nothing else, when you write your essay, go back through it and make sure that you've done the bare minimum to make sure that you don't have anything that would stop me from grading it. So the paper needs to be typed. The thesis needs to be clearly stated in the introductory paragraph. Correct page format and documentation style. Now you notice that I say MLA here. So I'm going to change it because this year we're going into APA7. Citations are evident, no evidence of flagrant plagiarism. What I mean by that is that accidents happen, but when you turn it into turnitin.com, it does tell me how much of that is plagiarized, and it tells me what source it's from, things like that. So if you make an attempt to correctly incite it, then that won't stop this process. You may lose a little bit of points here, but it won't stop me from grading it. Minimum number of sources, I go over this in the video, but for you, you'll have 3 minimum sources for this essay. Works cited are references accurate and correctly formatted. Again, that goes back to APA. Paper written in third person, no I or you. I don't want first or second person in this one because, as we've talked about before, that is you being biased. So we definitely want to avoid that. You want to make sure that the paper meets your minimum length standard. I go over this in another video, but you want to avoid having any more than 8 pages. Your minimum length, I believe, is 5 for this essay. I will tell you that because we're using APA, we typically don't call it a works cited page anymore. As you can see, we call it a references page. And so you'll see that on the video as well. Evidence of consistent and conscientious editing. Again, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm simply looking for you to actually have done some editing work, and I can tell that you didn't just throw it together at the last second. So very quickly, let me go over this process because I know that we tend to get some questions about this, not because anything is weird or different, just it's just different from other things. So this goes over more in detail the sections that you will be graded on for this essay. And the way that it works is you will get a score for each part. So researched information appropriately documented. So you clearly and appropriately gave that. Now, if you did it perfectly, you did it, pretty much 90 to 100% correct, then you typically get a 4 here. So if you get all 4s in all 5 of this section of use of sources, then you get a 20. And that's the way it goes for all of this. You add it up to see what you get out of 100. That's literally all it is. So it tells you right here what the criteria, how I decide if it's a 1, 2, 3, or 4. So you can kind of go over that for yourself. But overall, hopefully this clarifies some things for you, and I look forward to reading your work. I'm really excited to read this one. It's super fun for me. So make sure you get it in as soon as you get it done. Early is perfectly fine. That way I can give you as much feedback as possible, because keep in mind, once they close the semester's class, you may not be able to see my feedback if you turn it in right before it's due. So just kind of keep that in mind too. But I look forward to reading them. Have a good day.